Welcome to the Film Junket Podcast.
Congratulations, Nationals. Holy shit. What a fucking World Series. What a playoff. I love playoff baseball. You know, I mean, you guys know that I'm a baseball fan anyways, but when it comes to playoffs, I think with any sport, it doesn't matter what it is. It's like when the playoffs are happening, you know the players are just like, there's no half-assing. Even though, like, you know, during the season, it's their job, so hopefully they're not. But, yeah, when it comes to playoffs, you just don't know. You never know what the fuck's going to happen. I mean, this playoffs was like, we thought the Nationals had it in the bag. They won the first two, and then all of a sudden, the Astros just come back and win 3 in a row, and then the Nationals win the last 2, and all road games. That's never been done before. All 7 games were won by the road team. You can't write that shit. If you wrote that shit, nobody would believe it. Like, fuck, that would never happen in real life. You fucking kidding me? Jesus. Crazy. And, of course, it's the first, technically the first championship of the franchise because, well, it's the second in Washington, D.C. overall because, you know, the Washington Senators, they won a championship. They won a series. But we got to remember that the Nationals were an expansion team that were the Expos. You know what's funny about that? I liked the Expos when I was a kid. Why? I like the hat. I'd like the hat. I don't know. That was just... That's what I liked about it, and it's funny too because I think I also had a favorite player. Believe his name was Dave Martinez, not the current fucking manager right now, but wasn't there an Expos player called Dave Martinez? He was Mexican, had a mustache. I don't know. I just remember. You know, when I was growing up, you know, you're trying to figure out who you are. Now you're trying to figure out what baseball team you like because you don't want to like the same team as your parents. You know, my dad is a big time Dodgers fan, so my brother went to the Giants. He liked Will Clark and all that, but I mean, I like the Expos. I remember having an Expos hat. I think it's just because the hat was very, even though it was Canadian, very patriotic. It was red, white, and blue, and it's just, I don't know, I liked it. And then I went to the Mariners, and I was like, Ken Griffey Jr. was like my idol for a bit. That's right. And then I kind of gave up on it after a bit, and I just kind of watched casually. And then I went, all right, I'm going to jump on the Giants. Why the fuck not? So, became a Giants fan probably about a decade ago, maybe a little less, I don't know. Probably bandwagoned it when they were winning. It was probably 2010. I said, all right, I'm a Giants fan. I'm such a horrible fan. What's happening, guys? Dave the Film Junkie here. How's it going, guys? Sorry I didn't have a podcast last week. Because I was working on Casual Batman? Yeah, I was working on a Casual Batman. And I just wanted to take my time with that, and I wanted to get it out because I recorded both the Casual Batman videos, the casting, and then... the casting of of Catwoman and Riddler, and then of course the Joker review. I recorded them both 2 Saturdays ago. Yeah, 2 Saturdays ago. You know, it's just the easiest time to do it. If I'm not doing anything on a Saturday, it's like, all right, let's just fucking do that, okay? Let's just record and then. But I'm not gonna just get it up that day. I was actually hoping to get the first video up on Sunday, but that didn't happen. Because I don't know what happened Sunday. Sunday ended up kind of being partially lazy, and then I was like half the day I was doing shit. So yeah, it's okay. It happens. They're both out. Expect more casual Batman. I just have fun doing that fucking character, man. You know, it's fun to finally bring him back, and I want to do more. You know, bring back the casual Batman weekly that I used to do. I don't know. It's just sometimes when I write out shit, and even when I'm writing out shit, I'm like, oh my god, I'm saying that. And then sometimes I just blurt out shit. I mean, that's why what happened in that first video. I mean, I literally had a cum joke, for fuck's sake. It just came out. I don't know, because I think what I wrote down, because I was talking about how, I was like, wait, she's black, and then I was talking about her skin, and I think I was just gonna mention how it's like, smooth, mocha-y, and I don't know where I was just gonna. I think I was gonna say something about I thought she was Latina, and it turned into a cum joke. Forgive me, not really. I don't care. Yeah, I don't give a fuck. I can't control what comes out of his mouth, all right? He's an alter ego. He's another personality. That's right, ladies. Snatch me up. I got multiple personalities. By the way, I'm sipping vodka. Yeah, I never got back on the wine kick. I don't know. I think it's because I've been trying to be even more healthier than before. I don't know. And I just kind of got tired of the wine, and I'm just like, what? Just have just a sip of vodka. Because I like it. It's yeah. I mean, if you want to be strictly, guys, I've tried to tell you about trying to be on a good diet. I know some people have actually hit me up on my DMs talking about the intermittent fasting and blah blah blah. And one particular person talked to me. He said he went hardcore and he kept his eating window at 4 hours. He was just eating 4 hours a day. And I said, I'm like, hey, don't do that. Okay, do not do that. If you're gonna do the intermittent fasting thing, ease into it. Okay. I don't even go that hardcore, okay? I mean, I go 14 to 16 hours. That's what I do. There's no way. Do not, jump in it hardcore and just, ease into it. Start off with 12, okay? Half the day. Start off with that. Start off with half the day if you're ever going to do that. Just, sleep and then just don't eat breakfast. That's it. That's pretty much it. Sleep and don't eat breakfast. That's the best way to do it, and then slowly work to a higher up. Oh man, these morons are dancing and they're starting to tip over trash cans and shit. Don't do this. Don't riot, DC people, you drunken fucking morons. Don't be like LA. Don't do it. I don't know. They're already acting stupid as all hell. It's like, I get it, but it's, fuck, why do, people are weird. People are fucking weird. I get it. You're excited. I'd be excited too if it was the Giants, but I'm not going to go dancing out in the street and jumping in puddles and tipping over trash cans. Man, some people just can't. Because it's raining over there, apparently. Or it was. Seeing they're throwing shit. Oh, man. Okay, hopefully I don't get too crazy, but yeah. So if you're ever gonna do that, ease into it, please. Please ease into it. Don't just start off automatically and stuff. But hey, how about HBO Max? Huh? Okay, let's talk about that because it's one of the things I wanted to talk about. Get the other life shit out of the way. Remember when I told you guys I interviewed for another job? Haven't heard back from it. Sadly, doesn't look like I'm going to get it, for now at least. Apparently, there's issues going on with that company where it's like the two guys that interviewed me want me, but there's other things going on with higher-ups that is fucking taking time. So, yeah, that sucks, but it's whatever. I'm still at this other job. I'm still doing my job, still whatever. So, hopefully, all will be good with all that. Yeah, that's about it. I haven't really, ever since last week I told you guys about the wedding. Yeah, I've had some just chill weekends. Doing a family reunion this weekend. This weekend starts the brigade of almost like the holiday season, because I have a family reunion picnic happening this Saturday, and then in 2 weeks, same side of the family on my Mexican side, we're doing birthday for my Nana and Thanksgiving, and then of course real Thanksgiving, and that'll be with my mom and that. So yeah, that's why I think I was like, okay, I'm preparing, man. I gotta be let's work out as much, let's try to be as health conscious as much because it's getting to we're already in November. What the fuck? And the weather is finally changing in Southern California. Last week it was still in the 90s. But finally this week on Sunday, the fever broke in this goddamn climate. Yeah, the Santa Ana winds showed up and now there's fires again. Jesus Christ. Tell you what. Southern California in certain spots, just don't live there. I mean, the economy sucks anyway, so just get the fuck out. But, yeah, so finally, I mean, it's finally like I wake up and I have to put a jacket on. It's great. Especially since I bought a new jacket. I was like, oh, yeah. I finally get to wear it. But anyways, guys, HBO Max. Okay, so first off, yeah, I didn't want to... I got messages. It's all tweets and everything. And I know, like, some people out there, especially in the Snyder fandom, we're excited. Are they going to announce it? And it's like... and I wasn't trying to kill the hype, as I am accused of by the louder parties, the louder sanctions of this fandom, which is just like, it's just funny because when I just go like, hey, you guys are creating too much hype. I'm trying not to make people so hyped that they get disappointed. You guys are doing the adverse, and guess what? People end up being so fucking disappointed. And then you get pissed at me for still being like, yeah, that's why I said that. Yeah, it's just, that's the way it's been since, 2018 Comic-Con. When I said, like, no, nothing's happening there. It's very odd, It's like, I'm just saying, like, don't get too excited. And I'm like, see, you got excited and look what happened. And then you get pissed at me. Yeah, I was like, no, nothing's going to be announced. Even though stuff was going around. I was getting hit up, and I'm like, nothing's going around. And then there's a lot of people like, oh, there was a fucking set visit for Army of the Dead. I'm like, yeah. And we're not going to hear anything from it till next year. Yeah, you're going to have to wait a year, folks. Few weeks before Army of the Dead comes out, that's when you're going to hear about that set visit and anything that was talked about. Okay? I think I've already mentioned this. I had people that were like, yeah, something was talked about at the set visit. I'm like, yeah, we're not going to hear about it. What are you expecting to hear? Seriously. They sign NDAs. They cannot talk about it. They cannot talk about it till the embargo lifts. And there's certain people out there that are doing a lot of talking and saying some shit, and I'm wondering if they could be trusted. Everybody's like, oh my God, look at, can they be trusted? I don't know. I just be wary, please, when it comes to shit. HBO Max, there's a lot of stuff that got announced, a lot of stuff. They're going to have a lot of content. It's going to be the most, I think it's the most expensive of the streaming services. $15. By the way, I mean, I love it when I see the list and it's like $14.99, $12.99, $9.99, $8.99. Can we stop with the fucking 99 shit? Does that still fool people? Does it? Why has that not broken? Why are they still doing that? Just say $15, $13, $12, $9. Can we do that, please? This whole marketing ploy, this whole fucking illusion that, oh my God, it's a cent less. It's less. Look at, because the whole number is now one less. That means I'm paying less $1. Fuck you. I hate that shit. God damn it. And then there's still taxes when that shit happens. So you end up paying even more. Ugh. You realize that's how stupid they think we are, right? The consumer is stupid, which we are. Don't get me wrong. We are stupid. But it's just when I see that, I'm like, just round up that one fucking penny. Okay? Who are you fooling? Ugh. Am I going to get HBO Max? Probably. Am I going to get Disney Plus? Probably. We'll see what happens. When people complain, I'm not going to pay for all these services, it's like, well, if you think about it, it's really cost effective. Cable TV, costs more, and you only watch probably about a fifth of it. How many channels do you think you get? This is one of the gripes that I always heard from customers, and I even thought it was stupid too. And I always tell them when I was a cable guy, I'm like, it's all going to be the internet. You're going to be able to stream whatever the fuck you want. That's what's happening now. We got these streaming wars happening. But, it would always be these packages, these tiers. You got these different tiers that they always would have. And you get channels that you don't fucking want. I even still pay, I do YouTube TV. And I only watch like a certain amount of channels. I mean, eventually it's just going to get to the point where you just watch, you just pick whatever channel and you pay for it. Which is perfectly fine by me. If I had to pick the channels that I always would pick, and they were like $5 a piece to stream all their content whenever I wanted to, I would fucking do it. That's soon going to be the case. That's just, we're slowly going to get there. Every channel, you're just going to download an app, and you can stream it to your fucking TV. And you're going to pay a monthly price. Yeah, it's kind of stupid because like your money's going like all different directions as opposed to one direction with the cable company, but still, it's probably still going to be less, and then you're just going to be able to watch it whenever the fuck you want. Because I seriously watch like probably 6 channels, if that. And I don't know how many I have on YouTube. It's like 25 plus, 30, right? Something like that. So, I'm not going to ever get a cable box again. Fuck that. No thanks. But, yeah, a lot of stuff on there. They're going to have their entire library. And then, of course, new stuff. We got the Green Lantern series, which, yeah, a lot of people are griping. Great Berlanti. I get that. I'm like, but he also helped develop Titans and Doom Patrol. Everybody seems to like those. They're not like the CW shows. But he also wrote Green Lantern. Good, so he knows what not to do. Yes, he wrote helped write the Green Lantern movie. Now he knows what not to do. And what's funny is, that movie's not all that bad. There's some good stuff in there, okay? It just was rushed so badly, okay? But just imagine all the stuff when they're out in the cosmos and he's doing some training stuff. Imagine just a lot of that being fleshed out, man. Imagine that. That's what I think. So, I don't know. And I think CW is part of the problem. That's why the shows get lame. Because, like I said, Doom Patrol and Titans are fucking great. I don't think he had a hand in Swamp Thing, but I mean, when you don't have like a stranglehold, when a network that doesn't own these properties doesn't have a stranglehold, it's like free range, man. I don't think he's going to be doing much of the writing, but yeah, man, it's going to be crazy. But yeah, I know there's people that was thinking, they were hoping that there was going to be some stuff. It's like, no, there wasn't, nothing mentioned, but that doesn't mean that it eventually won't get there. I mean, right now, guys, I'm going to tell you flat out, Snyder 100% is going to be working on Army of the Dead. Okay? I mean, he still might drop some little fucking cool little nugget on Vero, which I hope he does. Hope we get some more little nuggets that we didn't know about. But he's going to be working on that movie. And I mean, and I don't care what my biggest detractors say. If they're going to end up putting Justice League on HBO Max, it's going to have to be finished. And of course, recently and then yesterday we also got confirmation from the man himself, Mr. Junkie XL, about him like, oh yeah, he full on finished the Justice League score. Their tracks, they're all done, blah, blah, blah. And I think I might have said that they weren't all finished. So the information I either got was wrong or I misunderstood it. So I apologize for that if I can't remember exactly what I said when I talked about the score. I know it's not on the Snyder cut. Like on his cut, for sure it's not, because apparently, like I said, little bits and pieces, and a lot of it just got, hey, Junkie XL, we're going to sell it to your other movie that you're going to be doing, and that was Battle Alita. So probably little rearrangements were in that score. So if you listen to that score, and I remember a lot of people were putting some of the score on like Justice League scenes, and it fit very well. And there's probably a reason, because, yeah, there you go. I mean, that's just what I heard. But sadly, it's not on the Snyder Cut that he has right there. I've always said that, where it's like, it's a mixture of old Zimmer score and just little filler shits. But it's like, okay, well, if the Junkie XL score is fully exists, man, they still got to put that on there, mat it to it, and then, of course, finish whatever VFX that need to be done. So, but 100%, Snyder's going to be working on Army of the Dead for the next, till all the way to October at least. So, it's gonna be a while, if anything. But I'm still hoping that eventually they put it on it'd be perfect to put it on HBO Max. It's the perfect place for it. The perfect place. And then of course I've been asked, like, okay, if they do that, would they put the full 3 hours and 34 minutes, or would they cut it down? Likely they would cut it down to cut costs. Because there's no way in shit that if Snyder was able to release his Justice League out in theaters, if none of the bullshit happened, it wouldn't have been 3 hours and 34 minutes. They would have cut it down to 3 hours at least. The most, I should say. Did I say that right? I totally said that fucking wrong. They cut it down to the most, you know. But, but shit, if it's on a streaming service, who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? It's all just a waiting game. I mean, this is why I took a step back, because, you know, because I knew it was going to be still a waiting game. And with all the bullshit that happened like earlier this year, I was just like done with it. It's fucking loud. You know, of course they were loud again yesterday when Screen Rant, when Colbert wrote that one about Junkie XL, confirming that his score. And of course, we knew this already 2 years ago. Fucking trying to cash in on this shit. It's like, no, this is a quote, a direct quote. It was a direct quote from the man saying it himself, like on video, or I think it was on video. We had the direct quote. That's what the thing was about, and it's just like, oh my god. What's funny about that is like that post from Screen Rant. You know, the analytics were fucking great. A lot of people were like, even on mine when I retweeted it, they're like, fantastic. Oh my God, that's cool. You know, hype was created. But then the detractors want to kill it because it's coming from this side. This is where it just does not make sense, where I don't understand. I took a step back and I'm not trying to like shit on anything that those guys are doing. You know, I covered nothing with the fucking New York Comic-Con shit. Covered the San Diego Comic-Con because I was all for that. But as soon as like some of those main people acted like fucking douchebags, people I've met in person, who just like two-faced fucking assholes, I was like, okay, I'm taking a step back. You're not gonna get any push from me. Which is, you know, I'm sure they're totally fine with it. Fine. And good. You're not gonna get that. But of course I'm going to support other things, and I tweeted that out, and it got big time traction from people just everywhere. And other things are, you know, too, that I've seen. You know, it's all about just getting it out there. Who cares who it's from? I wouldn't care if someone like, if one of my biggest detractors, one of the people that piss me off the most when I see them tweet, if that person's tweet got retweeted by somebody like huge, I'd be like, good. At least that's getting out there. We would not get reciprocated with that. It's a very fucking odd thing. It's that tribalistic nature that's within human beings, where we all just want to be part of a group. And then no matter who you are, no matter how many people you reach out to, they want to just like, nope, they're just doing it for clout or for clicks or for this, that, and this. It was like, no, it was a direct quote. It was perfect timing. Tweeted it out. People got excited. Saw a lot of people excited about it. And you should be okay with it. That's fine, you know, but no. It's just very odd. And these are grown adults too, like men in their 40s. That's what's really fucking sad. It's like, Jesus Christ. I mean, you might as well have Mark Maron and some of these people that shit on like Marvel and stuff like that, saying that same shit about some of these people that take it way too fucking seriously. You know, it's like, Jesus Christ. I mean, all the fundraising, the suicide fundraising, that's all been great. I will not shit on that. Good job. Good job to every one of those guys that has helped with that. No, you're not going to get any, you're not going to get any negativity from me with that. Everything else, whatever. It's whatever to me, I always hear like, oh yeah, well, what are they doing? Is the Snyder cut out? I'm like, well, I could say that about you, If you want to do the letter writing thing, you want to keep using the hashtag and this, that, and that, be my guest. But don't sit here and say like, hey, what you're doing hasn't gotten the cut out. And I'm like, yeah, and neither has what you've done. It's like, just relax. Just relax. It's going to be a long wait. Then another thing I wanted to talk, Toby Emmerich. I wanted to talk about that. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about him first. Put me in a better mood because it just still irks me. Because, I remember I was talking to somebody recently about the event. Just the whole thing, and how fun it was. And the fact that some of those guys I shook hands with and, had conversations with and took pictures with, and we all had a good time, just to turn against me like that. And then just to say, like, just bullshit and lies about me, too. That's where it's just like, man. And I'm like, fuck, these are, like, and like I said, these are guys that are older than me. That have children. Jesus, fuck. I'm like, what the it just baffles me to no end. To no fucking end. Be a goddamn grown-up, please. Can we I know we love this cape shit. I get that. And I'm all for it. But can we, when it comes to other things, when it comes to, like, certain things, can we just act like grown-ups? And there's certain people that are within that side that are very much like that. There's one in particular, I'm not going to say, that I'm like, I disconnected with all that stuff, but I'm like, that guy never was bad to me. Never turned. He was one of the guys that was really cool, and he's done some really good things, and he's taken it to, like, other levels, and I'm like, you know what, good for him. I'm not going to say names, because I'm just not going to do that. But I just like, even though, like, I kind of just, like, fell off with him too, I'm like, he never came at me like the other guys did. I think it's just because he's more mature, way more mature. Anyways, when it comes to Supermen, no, nah, I'm looking at my little list here. Toby, okay, so he just got a contract extension for his job at Warner Brothers, and I know a lot of people are like, what the fuck that guy. And then I even had people like going, what the hell, man, I thought he was on his way out. Well, okay, so now that's happened, and now that I've talked to, my little connection within that world, basically what I was told was that he was going to have a Me Too. A Me Too was coming out. I don't know. Maybe wrong information was relayed. I don't know. That's what I was hearing, that there was going to be something bad similar to Sujihara. There's going to be something like that was going to happen with Emmerich. And I was like, okay, wait. And then now it's like, okay, just got extension. But that's why in my video that I posted about it, I'm like, they're going to be watching you just in case. I don't know. Extension, who knows? But apparently Ann Sarnoff took a lot of his duties. So who knows? But that's what I heard. I know. Take it with a grain of salt. It's just what I was told, and I was like, okay, cool. Maybe he's on his way out. But I don't know. Who knows? Yeah. This is why, guys. This is why I would never want to be a fucking scooper. Okay? And I know I've been accused of being a scooper, and I'm like, I'm not. 100% because I hate that shit. Because and I've even explained it, and you can even break it down, but of course these guys will just fucking close their ears like Lloyd, and la 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 la. You can't triple double stab. You can't triple double stab. Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's just these guys turn a fucking blind eye, and they fucking shut their ears, stick their heads in the sand, because they just don't want to hear it. It's just, when it comes to the scooping game, everybody gets a connection, a source. And they're not 100% reliable. Not all the time. They're not always going to get something right. They hit their source up. The source says this. That's it. And it's a stupid game. Sometimes they get it right. And then sometimes, like Scooby Pants puffs up his chest like, that's right. I am the Scooper Super. Yeah, no, I don't think so. some of these guys. I mean, I've seen like meltdowns happen with some of these scoopers. That happened with Catwoman casting. One guy just fucking. I remember he went off on Scoopy Pants, and then all of a sudden he was wrong, and then he just fucking was like wah wah wah. And I'm like, this is why I would never want to be in that game, because you just don't know if the information is going to be right. You know, I mean, I'll relay. That's why I never want to say the information. When I hear something, I never want to just come out and say it. Some people are just so quick. Oh, I gotta fucking say it, because they can't hold it in, so just fucking jizz it out to everybody. And I'm like, that's why I always go, nah, just wait, just be patient, just a little patience. Yeah, that's a great song. That's probably that is my favorite Guns N' Roses song. Anyways, such a good song. So yeah, so that's why I never want to be in that game. I just want to be a guy that fucking talks shit, and you guys just want to hear what I have to say. That's all. I've been saying that. But yeah, that's what I was told about Emmerich, but apparently, I don't know. Guess it's not happening. I don't know. Who knows? Probably paid a bunch of money to sweep shit under the table. Who knows? But who knows what's going to happen with him? But then there's the whole thing about Superman, because they announced the Superman show. We knew that was going to happen. I don't know why anybody thought that wasn't going to happen. It's just so funny because this week is like, it's like there's people that, with Jeffrey Wright being confirmed as Commissioner Gordon. Now people are like, well, I guess that means Affleck's Batman is officially done. It's like, when did you not think that was going to happen? Affleck walked away. He's got a bunch of projects in the future. It hasn't been Affleck for months and months and months. I'm like, I get it, guys. I get the passion and stuff like that, but sometimes you just got to let go. Trust me, I want to see Affleck's Batman script with Deathstroke and where that was all going to lead. I want to see all that. I wish I can go to that Earth that has Snyder's 5-part fucking Superman saga that led to this Wonder Woman, that Aquaman, and Ben Affleck's Batman. I want all that. I do. But sadly, we live in this Earth that's not happening. But at the same time, I can't say that I'm not excited for Matt Reeves' Batman. I can't, because I'm a Batman fan. Okay? I'm a Batman stan. So I can't for the life of me not be excited about that. But I would have loved to see all that. And then the same thing, people were like throwing in the towel, like, oh, if they're going to do a Superman show, they're not going to do another Man of Steel. And I'm like, well, there can be 2 Supermen. Why can't there be? That's not out of the bag yet. I mean, you got J.J. Abrams, who's a Superman fan. We know this. He wanted to make a Superman movie in the mid-2000s. So it was a little crazy. I give you that. But see, that's the thing, guys. That's the thing I wanted to really kind of talk about. It was like, okay, so there definitely can be a Superman movie and a Superman show. Come on. I mean, that's what's going to be happening. Hopefully we get that Flash movie, and that'll be the same time there's a Flash show. There's going to be definitely 2 Black Canaries. And I mean, if you think about it, there is still 2 Supermen. I mean, how long has Tyler Hoechlin been Superman? He's been there for a bit, right? I mean, Justice League, it's coming up on 2 years since he was Superman last. I don't know. The thing is, it's Superman. And not to mention, I mean, we have Batman, Cinema Batman, we had a Gotham-style Batman, we had a Titans-style Batman. It's just, there could be just different iterations. That's basically what's going on. Just like in the books, there's different iterations in the books. Treat it like comic books, guys. Treat it like comic books. That's what I try to tell people. Treat everything like comic books. Does everything have to be fucking connected together all the time? Can we just have separate stories? I mean, I literally was having people that were like, oh my God, maybe the Joker is someone. Can I do the DCU? No! Even though I know you guys, like I did the math. You're like, does this take place? This takes place, what, 70s, 80s? No. And then we don't know exactly when. Pattinson's Batman is going to take place, or, Reeves' Batman. And then there was like a message from James Gunn that said they were asking him, is his Suicide Squad going to tie in with Pattinson? And he said yes, just like the comic books. I'm like, what? fuck does that mean? I'm intrigued. Definitely intrigued. So when it comes to Superman, Cavill still wants to do it. You can't tell me that he doesn't. He always expresses how he still wants to do it. Okay? And I've been saying it for a long time that Warner Brothers would be stupid not to just keep him. Not to fucking, give him what he wants. Because he became a hot commodity last year. Being in a Mission Impossible movie. And he was badass. Sorry, little burp. But yeah. Why can't they? Of course, they can have a Superman with that, with what some of those guys want. They want the happy-go-lucky rescuing kittens from fucking trees and lifting up cars over their heads. They can have that Superman. They can have that Superman. That's perfectly fine. And I always love it too. Like, the people that shit on this stuff the most don't even watch those shows. But there are a ton of people around the world that watch the shows. You are not the only fans. That's what I get tired of. You are not the only fans. If you want people like Marvel fanboys and everything to stop shitting, and bloggers to stop shitting on what you like Batman vs. Superman and Man of Steel and what Superman you like and what Batman you like, then why are you doing that with them? If they want that kind, that's fine. Yes, I know. Some of them act like fucking pricks. Dan Slott, whatever the fuck his name is, that comic book writer. They just sound like pricks. Bob Chipman, movie Bob. Yeah, they're douchebags. There's a lot of shitbricks out there. I don't know. I just try to ignore them now. Because, what really happened was just, I've said this before. After Justice League came out, there was a change. There's just a flip. I changed. I realized I was, because if you watch that first reaction, you watch that first review, and I've seen so many people that are, that hate the theatrical Justice League, that want the Snyder Cut. If you look at their tweets after Justice League came out, they're praising the shit out of it. And that's when I just realized, wow, this is so tribalistic. We're turning a blind eye to all this stuff. And I knew, and I felt it when I walked out of that screening that they fucked his movie bad. But I still was trying to be positive, still trying. And that's where I just kind of stopped being like that. Where I didn't need to be subscribed to one side, and I hate, it's like that in life, of course, with the right and the left. And I love it too when there's people out there. This guy named Zuby, really loving a lot that it was happening. You should look him up. His name is Zuby, Z-U-B-Y. He's from Europe. He's Nigerian. Very well spoken. Just a smart dude. He basically made the rounds when he was seeing how ridiculous it was, where you could just basically, with the way society is, he could basically claim that he was female, Hey, my gender is female, so I'm going to shatter the record for powerlift for a female. I'm a female. I'm going to do this. And his tweet and video made the rounds, and people were like, holy shit. And then he just started blowing up. He's a rapper. And he started making the rounds. He's been in America and he's making the rounds. He's on various podcasts that I listen to. And I'm just he always talks about, no, it's you don't have to just subscribe to his side. Just subscribe to different ideas, And I see that with fandom. Like I said, when I talk about some of these, these diehard guys that are part of the Snyder Group, it's just be open to fucking other ideas and outlets and just share ideas, and instead of just constantly just trying to be who's done the most in this whole fucking thing, and I just me. It's crazy. That's why I fucking walked away, and I still get accused of being I'm exploiting the Snyder Cut campaign, and I'm when was the last time I even did a fucking video about it? I rarely do videos about it anymore. I do videos about all kinds of other shit that's coming out. And a lot of these guys, I still get guys in my mentions that get that They come at me, and then I look at their Twitter feed, and it's nothing about. It's all it is posts about the Snyder Cut, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, expand your brain a little bit. Don't just sit in an echo chamber. That's what I mean, especially when they're screaming about artistic integrity. Artistic integrity. Okay, can we see some more artists do their thing, or is it just we can't? Okay, that's what I don't fucking get. I'm like, come on. Let's see. Let's just talk. Let's have other ideas. There's nothing wrong with that, right? Nothing wrong with that, guys. I don't know. And I get it. Some people, hate the MCU, but some people love it. Let them love it. When I see people like really shit on like the MCU on Twitter, I'm like, are they like that in real life? Like, say they have like a little cousin, or even if they have a son or a daughter who loves like Marvel movies. Do they just like try to beat in their heads like how cookie cutter, it's not cinema? So do they do that? I'm willing to bet they don't. It's just really, it's weird how we create this online persona that is like, it's pretty much like an alternate ego. It can be an alternate ego, because I've heard many times from like mutual people when it comes to the Snyder that defend some of these fucking like loud ass people that are helping turning the Snyder Cut movement into a meme. That they're just loudmouth and just they go after people. They defend him. Oh, he's not like that, really. When you talk to him, he's a really nice guy. I'm like, okay, well, he's really hurting the cause by how he's tweeting. I'm just saying. These guys do that. They're hurting the cause. Where now there's like, I've seen like, bigger followers that just have essentially turned the Snyder Cut movement into a meme. And it's like, that's not what we're... just sucks, man. I want there to be positivity, but also just like, patience. Patience. That's all. Just patience. Don't lose hope. Don't lose hope at all. But we'll see what happens. Fucking thing could come out tomorrow for all I know. But who knows? All right, let's answer some questions. I was going to talk about that Star Wars stuff, but I think I'll probably do that in a separate video. The Game of Thrones guys leaving. Because I know there's some funky business with that. And it's just, Kathleen fucking, what's her name? Ah, damn, I'm drawing a blank. Kathleen, I almost said Turner. I'm like, Kennedy, there you go. She runs a tight ship. And I swear to God, you just fuck up one little tiny bit, you're done. But anyways... Mr. Brad Coran says, with Terminator Dark Fate dropping soon, what are your favorite non-Terminator Schwarzenegger movies? Also, favorite Rob Schneider performance, including the obvious greatest one below. You can do it. Wait, what? What movie did not have Schwarzenegger Terminator? Non-Terminators. Oh, no. Okay, sorry. Non-Terminator Schwarzenegger movies. I thought you were talking non-Schwarzenegger Terminator movies. I'm like, which one? Maybe Salvation, but they had something that looked like him. Last Action Hero is one of my all-time fucking favorites, man. Fucking A. That is such an underrated movie because it's a parody of an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. Predator, of course, is like up there big time. Yeah, but Last Action Hero, man, that movie, I fucking love that movie. It's just so good because it's such a parody of himself. It's great. Yeah, that Predator. I'm trying to think of other ones. Guilty Pleasures, True Lies. That Guilty Pleasures like Commando and those movies. But True Lies is up there too. That's really good shit. I'm like drawing a blank on what other fucking Schwartzy movies are there. Of course, there's your Conans and everything like that. But yeah, it's good shit. But True Lies, man, that's just one that I love that movie. I fucking love it. Star Wars fan Khalil, how's it going, junkie? Good. Who do you think it's going to be the secret twist villain for the Batman? I know Hush is a fan favorite, but I think Riddler is most likely the one pulling all the strings. P.S. Wright is too fat to be Gordon. He'd be a bit... What the fuck? He's too fat to be Gordon. Wow, dude. Wow. First off, if he has a little weight, he can easily trim up. Actors do that all the time. I always love it when people fucking say, like, when they get cast, like, nah, man, he's too small. He's too skinny. I'm like, yeah, he's going to work out for the next fucking 8 months and eat nothing but drywall and whole chickens. Fuck. I'm not even going to answer your question. That was stupid. T. Lacazone. Do you think with Toby getting his extension at Warner Brothers, any chances of a potential Snyder Cut release in the foreseeable future is dead? No, it's not dead. It's definitely not dead. There's still everybody. Regardless of regardless of the negativity it gets. I mean, a lot of people know about it. It's just got to really show that positive analytics. That's the damn thing. That's the hard part. It's showing it Warner Brothers it's worth it. But I'm like, HBO Max is just too perfect to just throw it on there, man. Just throw it on there, please. Claytalian. Sony essentially killed Men in Black with International. Yep. But if they were to revive it, what would you think of them continuing the prequel series with Brolin as Agent A and Alice Eve as Agent O set in the 70s, or maybe just it might be set in different time periods? Yeah, that'd be smart. I think that'd be brilliant because I thought Brolin as K was brilliant. He did such a fucking good job. They should have done that instead. Because MIB International was just a fucking shit sandwich. So bad. It's a movie that I don't ever want to see again. I'd rather watch Thor Ragnarok. I could tolerate Thor Ragnarok. Eric and Blake. Okay, Dave, let's get to the point. Your reaction vid to the Jobber Boy and Cougar Lois show. News has quite an overtone of cryptic optimism, patience, you say. Come on, Henry, you say. Dare we hope there's something you'd like to tell us and then you'd like to kill us? I already pretty much talked about it. Just give it time. You're one of the people that have been vocal about JJ. It's gonna be up to him. It's gonna be up to him. And it's just like, why get rid of this Superman? Why start over? When it comes to Batman, that was easier because Snyder wanted an older Batman. He created an older Batman. So that wasn't supposed to last. It just wasn't supposed to last. So easier to just be like, okay, I'm going back to a younger one. But with Superman, when we saw the origin, Cavill's still in his mid-30s. Mid to late. That man will look like a fucking, like a statue until he's goddamn 60. So why waste it? I mean, especially, just wait. Just wait. Reyes Flores, he asks, would you be having this podcast if the Dodgers were Game 7 of the World Series? Yes. That's a weird question. Yeah. I knew I was like, I didn't have a podcast last week, so I definitely had to have one this week. Gabriel Mall, he asks, literally have a million questions, but gonna ask if you'd ever have one of your followers join your vodka stream, like any of us. It'd be an awesome experience to talk to you about all of this DC and everything. Like I said, one of these days I'm just gonna have an open thing, I think, and just kind of be like, let's do it. That's why I'm gonna have an open stream and see what happens. And we'll see what happens, But, yep, that's it, guys. That's all the questions. If you want to ask me a question, just hashtag the Film Junket, hashtag Film Junket Podcast. And, man, they're really pushing, Apple TV is really pushing that Jason Momoa series. Looks pretty interesting. It's like Bird Box meets, I don't know. Bird Box meets Conan? No. It's just, he's such a beast of a man. Anyways, guys, Yep, that's all I'm going to talk about today. Appreciate the questions. Like I said, hashtag Film Junket Podcast if you want to ask a question. Follow me on all the sock meds down there, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. And anything else? Yeah, look forward to the vodka stream. That'll be up on Friday. Look forward to my reaction to Terminator Dark Fate, seeing it tomorrow. And look forward to, I still got that Joker theory that I want to get out there. And look forward to more casual Batman. All right, guys? Love you. Talk to you later.